If anyone's going to the UK or from the UK and you'd like, guys,
let's go. Good luck.
2, 1, go.
Another Saturday, another park run. Join me. Let's go. Here's another look at the start. There are 930 park runners on this mighty fine Johannesburg morning. Okay, so metrics on screen are a tiny bit out, but don't worry, I'll give you kilometer updates as we go along. It is currently around 16 degrees Celsius, which is perfect vests, shorts, and hard 5k kind of weather. As you can see, this is a traily park run, so pretty much the whole route is off-road. Now, I'm in South Africa visiting family, currently on holiday, so I had to pack light and I didn't pack shoes for the occasion. That's what happens when your 2 daughters take over your suitcase. So the shoes I'm running this park run in is the Adidas Pro 4s. I absolutely love them for harder grounds, hard road running, but this traily course is a little bit too traily, so probably not ideal for them. So let's speak about the goal for this park run. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm in South Africa on a 3-week holiday. I'm pretty much halfway through my trip today. And if you look at this VO2 max indicator, it pretty much shows you I've been playing very, very hard and I am in holiday mode. Now remember, the VO2 max indicator on your watch, it's just an indicator, but it's probably not too far off how I feel right now. I am a yes kind of guy, and I've been saying yes to absolutely everything. And when the margins are tight, you've got to be disciplined at certain times. But we live life to the max, and I've definitely had a couple of beers last night just to test out my uncle's draft machine before his birthday that's happening later tonight. I can kind of feel the effects, but we go hard either way. So I think a really good goal for this parkrun would be a sub 16. So that means pretty much an average pace of 3:12 per kilometer. Now, apart from the course being all off-road, we are at high altitude too, which we definitely have to factor into the equation. Here in Joburg, the altitude is pretty much 1,600 meters above sea level, and where I live in the UK, we're pretty much at sea level. So that's really good conditions for training, but not so good conditions for racing. The route profile of this course is pretty much out and back, so for the first half we drop ever so slightly, and on the way back we climb a little bit more. Obviously there's going to be traffic as well, so we need to factor that into account. We definitely need to bank a few seconds in these first couple of Ks, but not overcook ourselves or we're going to be in trouble for the second half. So I would say it's not a negative split course, definitely positive split, but at the same time, like I said, we don't want to overcook ourselves too soon or we'll be in big trouble. I'm really enjoying the downhill and the start of this parkrun, and despite a few beers last night and a little bit of a headache, I'm actually feeling pretty strong right now. At the moment I'm thinking sub 16 is definitely on the card, which is phenomenal on this course, and I'm thinking, but just how much are we going to break 16 minutes by? Through the first kilometer in a very satisfying 3:03. Remember, it is net downhill, but if we did have to sustain this pace all the way through, that would give us a 15:15 parkrun. Haha, but just you wait until you see what's coming. The Great Wall of China potentially awaits us on the way back. You'll see quite a few dogs en route, and I must say I'm a little bit more nervous and wary of them when I run here in South Africa versus in the UK. Little sidestep over there and we're back on the harder path. So for reference, I'm currently 35 years old and I actually grew up in South Africa here in Johannesburg. I moved across to the UK about 9 years ago, but I come across every year or so to come and visit family. Whilst on a holiday, and well, pretty much wherever I go over the world where there is parkruns, if I'm there on a Saturday morning, it's kind of rude if I don't do it. So I've brought some of my family members out here this morning and we play hard, work hard. There is a big party happening tonight, but you always feel a whole lot better once you've burned calories and released those much needed endorphins. So I've been running for 12 years now, and for the first 3 years I ran here in Johannesburg, and I actually didn't even realize that 1,600 meters above sea level, it's higher altitude. It was normal for me back then. So if you're training in a high altitude, hot, hilly location, obviously it makes it a little bit harder to get out the door. You're not going to hit as good paces, but don't underestimate how lucky you are to be able to train in those conditions. Some people travel very far and wide to find those conditions, especially a lot of us from the UK. As you can probably hear, I am breathing a little bit heavier than I want to at this early stage of the 5K. I've done enough 5Ks to know that it should probably only feel hard at around the 3K points. Is it feeling hard right now? I'm trying to convince myself no, but I think I'm in denial and I might have just gone out a little bit too hard. This is definitely not the kind of course that you want to hit a wall on, trust me. I did a bit of a course recce before, so I think I know where to go, but I'm not 100% certain. And obviously, once your heart rate's over 170, your brain doesn't work as well as it usually does on an easy trip. I haven't done much off-road running at all, but I am embracing at least 4 to 5 races in the cross-country season this coming winter in the UK, so this is actually great training for it. But what I must say is I'm really struggling to find my rhythm and groove. Obviously your splits aren't going to be as consistent as a road, but I find that in a flat Battersea Park where it's laps, I can really dial in that consistency and find that rhythm. Sharp right turn over there, we do a bit of a loop over here, and then we start our journey back home. Do I go left over here? Do I go right? I made a decision to go right, and thankfully that was the right choice. The last thing you want to do is get lost or take a fall in a hard 5K effort. Through the second kilometer in a very respectable 3:10, and we are well on track to smash that 16-minute barrier. I know we've gone downhill in the first half, and I know it's going to get tougher on the way back uphill in the second half, but I just don't quite know how tough. Are those few beers and extra cheat meals while I'm on holiday going to weigh me down in the second half, or are they going to actually give me a little bit of a boost and an extra kick? Let's see. So that parkrun marshal over there confirmed that we're on the right route, thank goodness. And I know there's a tree we have to turn around soon. I just hope it's nice and clear. Just follow the path, Nick, follow the path, and try not look at your watch every 10 seconds like I'm doing now. We're on the single lane path over here. Let's hop over to the left onto the other single lane path and hold our form as best as possible. My legs are starting to feel heavy. We're not even at the halfway stage. This is not good signs for what's to come. At the moment, it's just us and this Johannesburg nature, and me fighting a few demons in my head, which I know probably will get stronger as this 5K goes on. Actually, definitely will get stronger. Here's the tree we have to turn around, and there we go. I've got a turning circle like an elephant. Definitely something I need to practice on ahead of my upcoming cross-country season. We've made the turn pretty much at the halfway mark, and we are homeward bound. Check this part coming out. We go right, left, dodge, and then back on track. Oof, guys, when you're on your limits, I can't explain how tough it is to jump off the path, run in that thick felt, and then jump back onto the path. Oh, what is going on? I'm looking at my watch, and the pace I'm seeing is not good. I'm feeling sluggish, my form is already starting to go, and it feels as if I have cement bags strapped to my legs. I am paying the price for holidaying so hard. But oh man, I just can't say no, and you know what? It's all good for the soul. Well, the holiday part is good for the soul. The next 2Ks, not so much. I'm racing the big half marathon in London, which is in pretty much exactly 2 weeks from this 5K, and this right here is a huge wake-up call for me. This part coming up pretty much killed me, a 90-degree left turn onto plastic crates where your legs feel like concrete. As you can tell, I'm pretty much moaning while I'm running over there. Felt like a little bullet to the leg. But come on, Nick, focus. Get your stuff together. Pain is temporary, but your parkrun times, well, those will last forever. Hold that pace for as long as you can while we turn back towards fellow parkrunners. This right here is what we call burning off the damage. When I arrived to South Africa, my VO2 max indicator was 72. It is now 68 and dropping drastically. Through that 3 kilometer mark we go in 3:18, and we're slowing down a bit, but we're actually still on track to break 16. That's what the average pace says. I do know that uphills lay ahead. There also might be a surprise or two upcoming, which was not pretty, but you don't want to miss this. I very rarely fall. Somehow I trip quite a bit, but I always manage to stay on my own 2 feet, but will today be a little bit different. As much as I'm hurting right now, I'm suffering. Demons are flying through my head. There is a part of enjoyment. It's sort of like a throwback to when I used to train here 9 years ago, and it's bringing back some crazy memories. When I ran in Joburg, I used to train for an ultra marathon called Comrades Marathon. I did 3 of those, and perhaps I should look to do a couple more in the future. I'm leaning towards doing the 100th edition, which is in 2 years' time. Okay guys, so I'm not going to do too much of a voiceover for the rest of this parkrun, just so that you can be out there with me in spirit and feel how tough it gets. Moral of the story is that it's good to play, but if you play too hard, well, then you pay the price, and this is paying the price right now. I have no regrets, and I wouldn't do it any other way. Currently, I'm going 10 seconds per k slower than my marathon pace, and it feels like I'm sprinting. I know I'm slowing down, form is out the window, but can we hang in enough to break 16 minutes for this course, which would be a pretty solid effort? Someone at the start of parkrun did say the course is about 60 meters short, so I know it's a little bit shorter, so I can average a tiny bit slower than what I need to. Remember, we can always find something extra when we can see and smell the finish line too. So this right here is the hardest part of the 5k.
Cool.
Through the 4th kilometer in 3:27. Ouch! And this parkrun is smashing me to bits right now. 1 kilometer to go.
Well done, eh?
Thank you.
This next part is not so pretty. Oof, not the best dodging I've done of late, and taking a tumble this deep into a 5k, that hurts. Thankfully, everything is okay. Probably not going to be the last time that happens in my running journey, but we're back on the path and into the final 500 meters we go. Here's a view from another angle.
Ah, Sticky! Boom! Shakalaka!
Thank you.
Keep it going! Big finish! Big finish! Woo!
Oh my word. Boom shakalaka. Have a slice of humble pie. Wow. Yeah, I think I went off probably about right, and then my body didn't do what my mind expected of it. Holiday mode just goes to show you when the margins are tight, you can't just binge on everything and expect to perform well. Ultimately, put in a solid effort, and that's what it's all about. Saturday morning, well spent. What a morning here. Catch you at the next one. Bryanston parkrun, it's been awesome. Let's go.
How's it, guys? I'm Chris Roberts. I did a 2020. I think it's a course PB. Happy with it.
So close
And
to
very
top
cool
20.
yeah, very close. Hopefully next time. And yeah, sick to see Nick Bester here in SA.
Love your shoes.
Shots. Yeah,
Awesome.
I got some mud.
All off-road as well. Quality.
The guys, I'm 100 here. I did 1857 and it's a course PB for me.
Both course PBs. I also did a course PB, so we'll take it. Joe, happy 60th, my boy! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Well done, well done, well done. Let's go, guys, all the way. Push, 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 push. Lovely.